Chinese nationals sneaking onto a military base while they're testing a new missile. Yo, what is going on? And is there something we gotta worry about here? Let's break it down, yo. Yo, welcome back, guys. Glad to have you. Yo, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think this is just a one-off incident, or is this part of a larger pattern of infiltration? You guys know what I think. I've talked about it a couple of times before, but we got a video to get into to introduce everything to us. This is pretty wild, man. During a missile test? Yo, is that just a coincidence? At a day like this, with geopolitical relationships the way they are? Pretty wild. Yo, they got a video to introduce everything to us. Let's go ahead and see what they have to say. Yo guys, if you like the content, please like and subscribe and hit that little notification bell. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.
The U.S. has arrested 7 Chinese citizens. Authorities accuse them of illegally entering Guam at the same time the island conducted a key missile interception test. The Guam Customs and Quarantine Agency said at least 4 of them were found in a...
It was a missile interception test. Huh. Because who comes out and talks about having missiles that can bypass our interception systems? China and Russia. Ha! Very interesting. Is this a coincidence? Is this a coincidence?
Vicinity of a military installation. Guam is home to many military installations, including Andersen Air Force Base. Authorities said all of the Chinese nationals arrived on the same boat from Saipan, in part of the Northern Mariana Islands, just 140 miles away from Guam. Investigations are underway. The U.S. plans to spend $10 billion to bolster Guam's missile defense over the next decade.
Wild. Wild, man. Wild, dude. Crazy. It's been happening for a minute, man. This has been happening for a minute. I originally was looking for a video to introduce us, and I found this, thinking, whoa, they found more people? Dude, look at this. 2 years ago. What is going on? What is going on?
Authorities have arrested 2 more Chinese nationals who snuck into Guam illegally by boat from the CNMI. Over the last several months, 9 boats filled with passengers have disembarked on Guam shorelines illegally. Spokesperson for the Guam Police Department, Officer Berlin Sevilla.
Today we have located 2. Xiao Wan Sun, Chinese woman, 41 years of age, and Gan Yu Li, Chinese man, 49 years of age, were arrested on suspicion of failure to acquire clearance requirements, failure to deliver a manifest to a customs officer, and invalid place of unloading. Both will be booked and confined to the Department of Corrections.
Since June, they've intercepted 71 passengers and have arrested only 4, according to Director of Customs and Quarantine Ike Pareto.
Our entry.
So that was 2 years ago, man. 2 years ago. Well, there have been more incidents since then. Check this out, guys. This is wild, man. This is from only 3 months ago. In New York, she worked for high-up politicians in the state government, Kathy Hochul, however you pronounce that, and then the one before her.
Linda's son walked out of a Brooklyn federal court charged with acting as an undercover agent for Beijing. The feds say the 41-year-old Chinese-born U.S. citizen used her position as former aide to New York governors Kathy Hochul and Andrew Cuomo to directly help the Chinese government.
She allegedly used her government rules to quietly push China's agenda.
The 65-page indictment has Sun facing 10 criminal counts, including money laundering, visa fraud, trying to block New York state officials from meeting with Taiwanese government representatives, and
Whoa, that's ballsy. That's ballsy. They said, yo, we need you to do something about this. She said, don't worry, I got you.
changing some of the state's policy messaging to benefit the communist government's priorities.
These actions reportedly gave China influence in New York's government for nearly a decade.
Governor Hochul expressed outrage at the betrayal and said Sun was fired the moment misconduct was discovered.
A little late, although a little late. Was it not? A little late. Pretty crazy. It gets even deeper than that. It gets even deeper than that, y'all, because, dude, they've got infrastructure all over the country. This is crazy, yo. You guys got to listen in on this.
Well, meantime, the FBI and Texas Governor Greg Abbott are now issuing alarming warnings to citizens.
Beware of Chinese spies operating in the Lone Star State. According to reports, a Chinese police station has been located in Houston, along with 5.
You guys notice something about this map? You guys, does this seem connected to something, right? Weren't we just listening to this earlier? Weren't we just listening to this, right? In New York? Well, look at this. What is this right here? New York City. Wow, one of these police stations. New York City. Insane. Insane.
Other cities across the U.S. where spies are working to intimidate, injure, even kidnap Chinese citizens who have fled here to the U.S. And this is not the first time Houston has been the epicenter of these tensions, with the U.S. abruptly ordering a Chinese consulate in Texas to be shut down in July of 2020, where Chinese diplomats were caught burning documents inside just hours later. So all of this sparking several concerns and prompting the FBI to post this statement on X just days ago saying to, quote, call FBI Houston if you are a victim of PRC transnational repression. So joining me now.
Wild, man. It's so bad the FBI in Houston has to issue a warning to citizens. That's insane. That's insane, dude. For them to have that level of infrastructure, that's insane.
NewsNation national security contributor and former CIA agent Tracy Walder. Tracy, thank you so much for your time on this. Before we talk about the specifics, let's talk about the fact that U.S.
Once a member of the CIA, always a member of the CIA, right?
officials know these Chinese spies are in the state. So that means they're not exactly covert. What does that tell you? And are these spies not trying to stay hidden?
You know what that tells me? That tells me they were covert for a hot minute because we had no idea what was going on, because I think somebody was keeping things from other people, okay? And how else would they have set up all that infrastructure? It's either they're super covert or they got help. Come on now, man. Dude.
Well, thank you for having me, Nicole. Let me put this into perspective for you. When I was at the FBI, I worked Chinese counterintelligence there. And when I was there, only 2 FBI offices had open Chinese CIA investigations. Now, every single FBI office and resident agency has an open Chinese CI investigation. So they're not necessarily hiding. They're hiding in plain sight. And this is part of
a little late. It's a little late. It's a little late to open the investigations now. Hiding in plain sight, it's great for them now. I mean, they got everything they need. They got all the infrastructure they need. They're hacking our cell phones. They're tracking politicians. They're downloading people's text messages. They've infiltrated all of our industry. They're stealing our intellectual property. Oh, yeah, no, let's investigate them now. Oh, yeah, great. Thank you so much. Oh, man. 7 Chinese nationals arrested on Guam for illegally entry during a missile test, dude. The Chinese nationals had arrived on boat from Saipan, Northern Mariana Islands. According to authorities, Guam is home to several U.S. military installations, including the Andersen Air Force Base, where U.S. military conducted a live ballistic missile interception test using a radar on December 10th. So it was an interception test, and that's really interesting because who talks about having missiles that they can send our way that we're unable to intercept? Is it China and Russia? I think so, if my memory serves me correct. Military aircraft dropped a ballistic missile about 930 miles from Guam, and the interceptor tracked and destroyed it mid-flight at 600 kilometers, 373 miles above sea level before it reached the island. The first ever missile interception test on Guam occurred as part of efforts to strengthen defenses and engage threats aimed at the island or broader Indo-Pacific region. This is a tremendous group effort and provides a glimpse of how organizations within the Justice Department of Defense have come together to defend our homeland Guam now and in the future, stated Missile U.S. Defense Agency Director General Heath Collins. Collectively, we will use this to build upon and validate our joint tracking architecture and integrated air missile defense capabilities for Guam. Guam, a Micronesian island, strategically important to the United States because it helps protect us from China's missiles, doesn't it, man? So it's pretty crazy, man. And honestly, the institutional capture is so bad that even our House is talking about it. Even the GOP committee in the House is talking about it. Hearing wrap up. Federal agencies have succumbed to CCP influence, and the Oversight Committee is demanding answers. The House Committee on Oversight and Accountability held a hearing today titled Defending America from the Chinese Communist Party's Political Warfare Part 2. So there's a Part 1. At the hearing, experts detailed how the Chinese Communist Party has successfully waged an influence and infiltration campaign that jeopardizes critical U.S. industries, including America's readiness technology sector, financial markets, agricultural industry, intellectual property, and education systems. The committee's government-wide investigation into CCP political warfare has revealed federal agencies have failed to combat China's dangerous tactics, and too much of Washington bureaucracy appears unwilling to address the ongoing threat. Members stressed that the lives and security of all Americans are affected, and the committee has a responsibility to ensure the federal government is taking every action necessary to protect Americans. Dude, this is wild. Key takeaways. Experts confirmed the Chinese Communist Party is successfully waging war against America by targeting, influencing, and infiltrating federal agencies in key industries, including but not limited to the international financial institutions and American business sectors. Guys, this is real. I know I sound like a conspiracy theorist when I talk about this. No, this is real. Even the committee in charge of this stuff, in charge of oversight of this exact kind of thing, is looking into it and saying, yo, we've confirmed this, man. Yo, this is wild. It's a real thing. Other actors and other state actors desire a piece of this pie, man, and we got to stay aware of that. This stuff is getting crazy. So when you're asking me, if you're asking me, what I think when it comes to finding this, it's connected to all of this, right? How could it not be connected to all of this? You know, I really think it is, guys. You know, but hey, if you like the content, please like and subscribe. I appreciate you, and I got other videos like this, other videos just like this, and I think I got one more video coming out today if I can manage it, because things have been crazy today. We'll see you guys in the next segment.